Rising from the ashes, coming at you on another exciting video is fnaf Games. What is up, YouTube? Here we go with another one. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. That it? Good. Am I supposed to click? Press space. Yet, as people grow up, they often are focused to realize that obtaining that dream is just that, a childish illusion that is simply impossible to reach out for. I can use the controller. Forget you, mouse. At least, that's what most people say. The mouse has to be on the game screen for it to work. Okay. Then, what about those who do accomplish their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? Every man has a dream they want to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. That a real man doesn't give up on their dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges they might face. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, yet despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Every child since I was... Ever since I was a child, I was interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whether it was following a match on television or reading a manga about some heroic martial artist, Dragon Ball Z. It always been a dream for me to become a martial artist someday. Of course, it was a bit childish to admit I wanted to learn martial arts to be able to be a hero. While at my age, I already came to understand superheroes were part of our imagination. I still held the desire to use my power for others, their sake. My name is Gushiken Takahiro, 17 years old, rising judo star. And no, that's not me doing some smug talking. I'm actually about to take part in a competition 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career at an international level. Of course, I was excited by the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country at a sport that I love. The same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. While those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window. Oi! Taka-san! Get your butt in gear! Hi! I'll be right there, Koyomi! Koyomi! Female. Watch it be a female. Not wanting to keep Koyomi waiting, I quickly dashed toward the front door to let her in. Ah! Not even realizing that I was still in pajamas. Just a moment, Koyomi. Gotta grab my shoes, then we can go to school. Really? I didn't know our school had a strict uniform or sleepwear policy, dummy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom? For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards, noticing that I was indeed wearing my pajamas. I let out a groan of annoyance and marched back towards my room. Bah! There's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Mumbling those words, I started stripping out of my clothes, seemingly not minding the presence of the girl behind me at all. That happened. Hello? That happened one time. You know, it was a I can't read. You know it was super hot that evening, and geez, warn me before you strip in front of me, you idiot. You didn't mind that when we were little. Perhaps you want me to turn around instead? No, stop! Don't make me kick your ass. Deciding I had teased her enough, I quickly pulled on my pants and resumed working on the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours? It's the upcoming match. I got no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I started making up if I started making enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre. Oh right, the judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches, and you kick butt. And of course, if you're really worried, you can always pray. Could always pray. Pray? What? Don't tell me you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. There's some shrine up in the forest that if you pray to it, it will give you good luck. Ichikawa-san said that his sister prayed to it the night before her exam, and she got 100%! A shrine that is said to give you good luck. Sounds bogus to me, but at this point, I'll be trying out anything, I guess. Maybe I'll talk to our classmates to get the location of that shrine. Oh, my ear hurts for some reason. Sorry about this. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and turn into a Japanese Tarzan. Well, whatever. If you do go looking at the... at least send me a message, let me know. Are you going to hurry up, or are we going to be late again? Our heroes never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when needed. But for the sake of missing detention, let us hurry. That's a wizard, not a hero genius. How can one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time? Let's not forget the Casanova and Man of the Year candidate bits. They are important details. I doubt you qualify as either of them, Pajama Boy. Anyway, let us boldly go where everyone has gone before. To school! Ugh, nerd! Several hours later. Dots. Dots. Even more dots. It had been during the afternoon when I finally had the chance to talk to my classmates in an attempt to get an idea where that shrine Kayomi had mentioned before had been located. Sorry. Gym was the last thing on the menu for today, so once we started getting ready to go home, I approached the guys. Hey, Ichikawa! Is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that said I grant you some good luck? Oh ho ho! Let me guess. You also want to date her? Well, even though I do have to admit she's attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Not to mention, you're not her type. I already got my hands full doing with Koyomi. You can keep your sister where she is. Jokes aside, I'm more interested in the shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I didn't know there was anything near the forest aside from the dojo. Oh, well, she said something about it being near the river and quite high up. I'll be honest, I didn't pay too much attention when she was going on about it. I mean, she was wearing this top, and it was tight. And stop! We don't need to hear the details. I doubt anyone wants to hear you daydream about your sister, my friend. Anyone else who heard about this shrine before? Are you talking about the Luck Shrine in the forest? Yes, the one and only. There's supposed to be one near river according to Ichikawa's sister. I don't know about that, but there is this fire girl, the Sakura dojo, who knows more. Wait, are you talking about Arya-sama? Small, strong, and scary? That's the one! Oh, then I can be of a bit more help. Takahiro-kun, I know where that place is. I don't think Arya-senpai will like it if you end up visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you what happened last time you tried to peek at her after she finished her training? There was blood, sweat, and tears. Shut up! I did not go peeking there! That's slander, that is! I could sue you! I do not look into the changing room after practice when Arya-sama is showering. Oh? Then you haven't seen her naked yet? I've seen a bit of side boob, but the knot hole I found doesn't really get me a good view of. There we go! Someone called the cops! Ichikawa has confessed. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder while I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process while I prepared to leave. Anyways, thanks for the tip, Ichikawa. I'll let the judge know you were most helpful during the interrogation. This is unfair! I was coerced? I won't say another thing until we speak to my lawyers. Dots. After school was over, I decided to bet my chances on the little bit of info I had obtained from my classmates. If my memory served me right, then Aria Senpai was about to be practicing at the dojo today. Of course I knew her. In the end, she was a judo student like me, but for some reason, I heard that she declined the invitation to compete in serious tournaments ever since a certain event happened. Aria Senpai, are you around? While I shouted her name and parked my bike at a nearby stall and looked around for her. Follow the shouts and you find the senpai. I grinned briefed as I saw my senpai seemingly being occupied with the practicing of a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps it was a perfect opportunity to get close to her and surprise her a little. Slowly I snuck over, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached with a hand toward her shoulder. Aria! At the touch against her shoulder, Aria Senpai reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand and with a loud grunt, shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. It was likely to wrench myself for impact as I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. No one sneaks up on the great Kunoichi, Aria. Oh! Takabozu! Didn't realize it was you! I'm sorry, are you okay? Kunoichi? More like a Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't hold a shred of mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Takabozu. Better you learn that lesson now than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess. You want to do some sparring, right? X came here to ask you something, but perhaps a little sparring wouldn't hurt after all. Oh, what do you want to ask? We got all afternoon for sparring, and I could do with a bit of a break anyway. Where to start, Senpai? Senpai, you used to take part in the big and important matches. Didn't you get nervous for the big tournament moment? Oh, yeah. This one time I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until Dad found me and dragged me to the car by my collar. Of course, that was when I was like 8. Well, obviously I can't go and hide for my match, but some friends of mine made this rather silly suggestion to go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point, I'd take anything if it calms my nerves a little. Takabozu? Are you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am! I've been practicing judo ever since I could walk. This is my best chance to represent this country, and in the sport I love too. Senpai seemed to think for quite a long time, all the while tapping at the side of her jaw with a finger. Eventually she snapped her fingers and grabbed a hold of me tightly. Alright, I'll tell you the way to the shrine. But it's not just going to be a simple clap your hands together and bob your head. Sorry again. You need to give something to the shrine, something of worth. I guess I'll figure that out by the time we get there. Anyway, thanks, Senpai. I appreciate it. Oh, no, Takabozu. I'm not going with you. I got training to do myself. Besides, you got to take this step yourself. I can give you a map and an easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. Ah, you're not tagging along. Guess it be my own adventure to undertake. Afraid so, Takabozu. Let's just grab some paper. I'll draw out your map. After Aria's return, I followed the directions the map had given me. Surprisingly enough, it wasn't all that far. The tip to get back, if I get lost, was a little sketchy. Just look down, you'll be able to see the dojo roof from anywhere on the hill. The forest nearby the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A lone path cooling along the trees, and there was even the river Ishikawa's sister had mentioned in the distance. Of course, I decided to stay with my senpai's directions, and after an hour or so, I arrived at the shrine. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained. Despite being in the middle of nowhere, it made me wonder if someone secretly lived here. Perhaps some secret martial arts master? Already daydreams of a potential hermit having hidden themselves in the shrine to prepare themselves for an upcoming clash between good and evil started to dwell in my mind, and yet nobody is around. I sighed in annoyance at the fact that the shrine grounds seemed to be entirely abandoned. It was mysterious how the building seemed well maintained, but for the time being, I decided to focus on the reasons behind my visit. Whew, a lot of reading. It took only a few moments before I gathered the courage to enter the temple itself, and inside I found a rather fancy-looking shrine of sorts. Jeez. At the back of the hall. YouTube, I think we're going to end this video off here. About 15 minutes in, this is Sakura Spirit, and it should be an interesting playthrough. So, till next time, stay fiery.